And Trip now has some sort of rash on his wrist. So he goes to Dr. Phlox.
Were you intimate with anyone? This is a nipple.
Good day, sir!
I'm not quite sure if congratulations are in order, Commander, but you're pregnant.
I said good day!
Nice compassion there, Phlox.
So Trip is pregnant, but the baby has none of his DNA. What do you say to that, But
You get nothing! You lose!
Basically, all Xyrillian babies are clones of their mothers. Where do the men come from?
And now to really piss you off, T'Pol's going to get all snooty and self-righteous at Trip.
You were only there for 3 days and you couldn't restrain yourself.
Trip. I've been in Starfleet for 12 years. Do you think I'd jeopardize my career by messing around with some alien engineer on a 3-day mission?
It really baffles me that no one is even considering the possibility that Trip might have been molested in his sleep.
Especially when you consider how insistent they were that Trip take a nap.
They all just keep giving him these looks and lecturing tones like, come on now, we know you screwed the alien, fess up to it.
Trip.
Shockingly, it turns out that the Hypno-Pebble game was their mating ritual.
This is a game we play.
This is really pissing me off, and here's why. Trip's not lying. Trip was violated!
One of the first things a diplomat learns is not to stick his fingers where they don't belong.
T'Pol, shut the up and go away!
We'll have to find the Xyrillians.
That nipple may not be the only surprise your body has in store for you.
Violated!
You think we could keep this between the four of us? At least for the time being.
Trip is asking for some privacy and dignity, but that's not fair because his rape is really funny. Ha 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 ha. No, it's not. Oh, and he's all obsessed with safety because now he's going to be a mama, and it's funny.
Put your hands here while this is going up or down. It'll take your fingers right off.
Except for he's making a very good point about safety here. Now Trip is feeling self-conscious. And it's funny! No, it's not.
I don't want to ruin your appetites, but take a look at this. Just how many of these am I gonna grow?
Well, while we're on the subject, why am I growing new nipples when I already have nipples? If my body's going to rewrite itself, isn't it just going to make my current nipples lactate instead of making all new ones? Now I'm overthinking it.
Yes, you are.
Trip, having been settled with a baby he never asked for and never wanted, wonders how he's going to make his career work with his rape baby. But that's funny! Oh wait, no it's not!
I don't understand their humor either.
I suggest you stick with the civilian clothes. Seems to help hide the bulge.
How much bigger is this thing gonna get? I'm already the laughing stock of the ship.
And now he's all womany. Ha 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 ha! His body's being changed, it's not funny. Apologies to my viewers for driving this point so far to the ground, but then again, this stupid offensive joke is also being driven into the ground, so to quote Dr. Phlox,
When in Philebia, do as the Philebbians do.
if you're still not seeing the lack of humor here and telling me I need to just get over it, switch the roles. Hoshi or T'Pol were inseminated against their will and without their knowledge, and are now carrying an alien baby. How funny is that?
Yeah, in addition to the horrible violation that he's been through and a child that he didn't ask for, Trip is undergoing this terrifying body horror transformation. He has no idea what is going to be done to his body and whether or not he will be okay when it is all over. How is this thing going to exit him?
And they find the aliens at last. And they're mooching off another ship. These people aren't some sort of gentle alien race trying to get by in a world they don't know. These people are squatters and thieves who occasionally knock up one of your people and just shrug their shoulders when they're caught.
This is a game we play.
Well, if she didn't want to get pregnant, she should have fought me off better.
That's not very damn funny.
And of all ships, they're mooching off a Klingon ship. So they're stupid squatting alien rapists. And the Klingons attack. Sorry to be redundant there.
Sir, look at their starboard nacelle.
The power's fluctuating just like ours did when the Zerillians were riding in our wake.
Who says gremlins in the engine are a myth?
Archer offers advice on how to locate the gremlins, and amazingly, the Klingons don't like them. I don't like them. It turns out the Klingons now want to slaughter all the aliens except for their leader so they can torture information out of him. Kapla!
I assure you that any damage they've done was unintentional. They're simply trying to get home.
They won't get home. But I'm more than willing to hasten their journey to Stovall.
Why would you think they would go to Stovall? They're aliens, and furthermore, incredibly dishonorable aliens.
Is that really what you want to focus on with all of this?
I'd rather focus on it. It's less squicky.
Well, you have a point there.
You really don't want to hurt these people. They're actually very kind.
Archer knows him some Klingons, doesn't he?
This is like going up to the school bully and saying, "No, don't hit him. He's really quite sensitive."
T'Pol actually understands the Klingon psychology, and so instead of asking for them to be nice to the little thieves, actually mentions Archer's honorable deeds and broken bow, and exaggerates them a bit, and Trip offers up their holodecks to them. When Trip wants to go with the Klingons to talk to the aliens who molested and impregnated him against his will, the Klingons don't want to bring Trip aboard. And so Trip is forced to admit just why he wants to go aboard. You know what's sad is these Klingons are still more sensitive than the Enterprise crew. So the Zerillians show the Klingons the holodeck, and Trip is finally able to confront his rapist.
I had no idea this could happen with another species.
If you don't think this is rape, let me rephrase this. If I'd known that a girl as young as you could get pregnant, I might have done things differently. How funny is that?
If I'd known...
No need to apologize.
Yes! Yes, need to apologize! And then die!
Horribly!
Oh, and of course they can easily transfer the baby to another male, who hopefully will at least know what's happening to him.
I can see my house from here.
Oh, no. Klingon warriors can say a lot of things. Klingon warriors do not say,
I can see my house from here.
No, no. Klingon warriors do not say,
Yeah, look over here, Charlie. I think I see our house.
Can this technology be adapted to our power matrix?
I'm sure we can make the appropriate modifications.
Wanna play a game first? And the Klingons move on after, of course, making the obligatory threats against the Enterprise.
The only thing worse than spending 3 hours in a decompression chamber with a bunch of Klingons is doing it twice in one day.
And, you know, of course, the whole rape and unwitting pregnancy. I hope that was worse.
But it was funny.
No!
And, of course, it turns out by the end, T'Pol lied about Archer having honor in the eyes of the Klingons because Archer doesn't have honor in the eyes of anyone, including the viewers. And we end the episode with a joke about how Trip is the first pregnant man in the history of humanity.
Just how I always wanted to get into the history books.
So not only is it tasteless, it's also just not funny. That sums up Enterprise! Do I need to go into more detail about this episode? We've already covered it. It's just a terrible subject to joke about. This might,
And let me stress again, might
have worked as an episode where it studied the shame and pain and horror of being violated and having to carry the responsibility someone else inflicted upon you. But instead, we made it all about comedy! And as anyone who knows Star Trek knows, Star Trek does not do comedy well, especially comedy that's not funny.
Take my wharf, please.
So, as usual, decide for yourselves. But as for me, I am definitely calling unexpected POS ENT.
Family. This is a game we play.